Hey, what's up, guys? I want to talk to you about why motivation is hiding from you. So, I've talked a lot about this lately, man, and I want to expand on it a little bit because there are a lot of ways you can look at this. So, the bottom line is this. What you need to know is that motivation is internal, okay? So many people are searching for these external sources of motivation. So you have motivational memes, you have motivational videos, you have motivation everything. And if you're someone who's struggling to get started on your fitness journey, or you're struggling to lose weight, or you just can't get consistent, whatever that looks like for you, what I want you to know is that you're not going to find motivation. It's not something that it's not something that's going to pop up on your doorstep in a package from Amazon. It's not going to show up in your mailbox. This is not something that you're going to find. And what I want you to know is that in order for you to get motivated, you have to just grit your teeth and dive straight in. So this is what I mean. And I see this a lot with my clients, and I also want you to know that from my standpoint, I lack motivation too sometimes, guys. Like it's not something that I rely on in order to maintain my physique, maintain my health. It's not something I ever think about. I would be lying to you if I told you that I went to the gym 5 times a week and I was motivated every single time I went. That's not the case. I go to the gym 5 times a week. There's at least 2 days where I hate the thought of it and I don't want to be there. So the way that this process works is very simple though. You have to realize that in order to get started, motivation is not what you need. You've got to just grit your teeth, dive right in there and force it a few times. It's not going to be fun in the beginning. It's going to suck. And I'll tell you, when I started my weight loss journey, when I was 60 pounds overweight, when I first started, it flat out sucked. I didn't want to go to the gym. I didn't want to run. I didn't want to do any of that nonsense, but I forced it and I made it happen. And there's a sequence of events that happens after that will significantly help you in your fitness journey. So I want to go over those real quick with you guys so that you can kind of see the way that our mind works, because I talk to a lot of people in the fitness industry. If you have not subscribed to the Dad Bod Pod yet, go do it. There's a lot of amazing interviews on there. I'm on iTunes, Spotify, you name it. It is highly beneficial information for anybody, mostly men, but for women as well. I have some female guests that come on there. So go subscribe to the Dad Bod Pod and you'll get a lot of the stuff that I'm talking about. But when it comes to motivation, the way that I got started was just gritting my teeth and forcing those first few workouts, those first few salads, the stuff that I didn't want to do, right? And so what happens is when you start going and you start forcing your way into the gym or forcing your home workouts or whatever that looks like for you, your body starts to reward you very quickly. And when you start to feel better, and I'm talking like a week or 2 weeks in, you'll feel like a new person if you just implement some of the things that you need to do. Getting more active, drinking more water, eating more nutrient-dense foods on a consistent basis. But when it comes to motivation, that first week or 2 sucks. I'm not going to lie to you. And so, but when I was doing it, I forced it in the beginning. And then what happens is you start to feel better. Your body starts to heavily reward you. And you're like, okay, I think I can do this a little bit more. I'm starting to feel better. Why would I quit now? So you get a little bit of motivation. It's kind of like a little shot in the arm. After that, what happens is you go a few more weeks and you start to see visible changes in the mirror. When you start to see those visible changes in the mirror, then you get even more motivated. Now you've got the motivation from feeling better. Then you've got the motivation from the changes you're seeing in the mirror. And now you can continue the process. You buy in a little bit more. And then a little bit more time goes by and other people start to take note. They're like, man, you're looking a little trim these days, or man, you seem like you have a lot more energy. What's going on in your life? That's even more motivation. Now you've got these continuous floods of motivation coming to your brain when in the beginning you were just telling yourself you weren't motivated. You just got to suck it up and get started, man. It's about gritting your teeth, getting in there, forcing it those first few times so that you can then get motivated. You're never going to find external motivation. It's all internal, but you create it yourself. And by taking action and implementing these things and really getting consistent and dialing that in, That's where the motivation comes in, man. That's how you start to really gain that momentum, because momentum is key. You can't gain momentum until you force it a few times. Is in you get the momentum going, and then you get the motivation, and you combine the two, and now the sky becomes the limit for you. You're not going to want to quit once you start because of the way that you're feeling, the way that you start to look, the other comments from the other people that you start to get. So that's my take on motivation. I hope that helps you. It's just a different angle, a different view of what a lot of people think. And I've met a lot of people in the health and wellness space that kind of have a similar view. Because look, again, I don't love every workout, guys. I mean, I'm in great shape. I consider myself very healthy, but I don't love every salad that I eat. I don't love every workout that I do. And in order to have what you want long term, that desire for what you want long term has to outweigh what you want today, right? If you want to skip a workout or you want to eat a large pizza all by yourself, those are immediate gratification things. Your long-term results, your longevity, your health long term, that you don't end up in a nursing home all decrepit because you chose to ignore your health for too long, or you don't end up on a slew of medications that could have been prevented by you taking action on the front end. That's what you're looking for, man. That's what you want. Most people should want that long term. And so when you have that vision in your head, long term, this is what I want, then that's where you can really dial in, get consistent, because when you get consistent, that's where the motivation happens, man, and it compounds itself. You know, when you have motivation, and again, I'm not motivated every time I go to the gym, but I rely on discipline instead of motivation. But when I stay disciplined like that, and I'm in the gym 5 times a week, watching my physique change on a weekly basis, that's very motivating. You know, my wife loves a dude that is very energetic. She loves a dude that embraces health and is leading by example for my son. And so there's a lot of things that fall into place when you start to take care of yourself on the front end, instead of trying to wait until you've already got medical issues to then start addressing your health. So I hope that helps you. Again, motivation is internal. Force it in the beginning. Grit your teeth. Get in there. Put in some dirty work. And that's where the motivation is going to kick in. And then the sky becomes the limit for you. So that's all I have for you guys. I hope that helps. Welcome to the new Dad Bod Health Studio. This is where I do my podcast from as well. So I'm completely redoing my office, so I'm excited for the changes that are coming. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Y'all take care.